Okay. So before jumping up, any questions?
Yes, actually, I want to know, like we discussed previously, what is a plan for when can I expect that project explanation? How should I explain the project? I know it's just a one class, but
Okay.
I
So
need that one as soon as possible because tomorrow I may get interviewed, day after tomorrow I get interview, right? So if you can explain me project wise, how we can explain, I will write it down, or you can
oh,
write it and
can
explain me.
okay. So Ashok or whoever is there, can you share the resume?
Yeah, I mean, I already shared 2 days back itself. That's the reason. If you have some sort of, you can go through that and make some sort of comply.
Please send it now, Charan. Actually, we erased the WhatsApp because of overload. Please send it. I will right away share it with him.
Okay. So, Prem, right? Yeah. So don't rely on this subject. What you say? Whatever the responsibilities, don't rely on that. Most of them are pretty much I saw in Google or Indeed, and I copy pasted that one. But according to you, what you want to put on your side, like for example, can you share to him, please? I will show him like uh, immediately. Can you share to him?
1 minute.
Yeah, I need to open my WhatsApp in the web.
Yeah, sent.
Yeah. So if you can open that, that will be great.
Yeah, I'm opening in my mobile.
Yeah. So I don't want you to disturb this class, but I'm just letting you know, maybe you can take some free time and, maybe tomorrow afternoon or whatever the time you are comfortable. Maybe you can explain me next class, like, Sai, this is how we thought, but I just want you to go through that. So if you let me know once you open the resume, I'll
Yep,
get.
I have opened your resume. Okay.
Okay.
But there are no project details mentioned in your resume. Let's take
Yes.
an example, first one, 2020. No
Yes.
project details.
The reason I see, I can explain one line, but by that only they will understand that I did not do. This is, I can explain the project which I worked on as a QA. So in Macy's technology, I
Fine.
worked as a QA,
Uh-huh.
but um, it's an in-store navigation. Basically, I
Okay.
worked the
You
both
have
up.
put 5 or 6 experience. So they are expecting 5 or 6 different projects. Okay.
Yes.
Now see, it's not always saying that okay, they will ask the recent project. They can ask any of the project. They can go to
Yes.
anyone say that, hey, can you tell me something about your US bank project? You do not
Mm.
have a project details mentioned over there.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing
Uh,
is there. None of your, then again, GE also nothing is there. eBay also nothing is there. Health First nothing is there. First Pay nothing is there. Tech
so
systems of you are a QA, but your project details are not there.
yes, I will let you know why it's not there. I added already some sort of text is some sort of text there. I will share that one also. Maybe that might help you in the first place. Maybe what I put.
See,
Uh,
if you do not have if you do not have a one-liner project, it's pretty hard for me to explain you what should I do.
no,
What you
so
read.
no. So I want you to do is there any way you can? Can you share this document to him as well, please, Rohit, Ashok? Can you share to this document as to him? See, I added some sort of line. Based on that, you can understand and that these things are important. I also know as a BA, I need to explain the project. Otherwise, there is no way, presenting my my projects over there. But initially, I did explain in the resume itself. I got good calls. A lot of people called me, and everything is good. But what happened when they grilled me down? Can you check this resume? Did you send to him?
So can you send me?
Can you create a cloud or something, Google Cloud or something link? I will upload him. He can visible that way, rather than you as a middle channel. He can visible on his side, right? Is there any way you can do it?
I cannot. You not ask us so for that.
Yeah, because it's kind of interrupting in the middle of sharing that. He can upload in the Google Cloud. I can take it the taxis.
Ashok, are you there? Hello.
I think he muted himself, I guess. I have no idea. Can I share myself? I don't. Should I? Can I?
You do not have the host access, right? Again.
This is the problem actually. When I want to share something, you explain something. What is the problem?
Okay, I can make you host. You can share.
Okay, watch now. Start video. Video. How can I share that actually? Record share screen. Good. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So if you visible, if you can see here. So this is the latest resume. I did some changes actually. The one which he sent you, right? So if you
Summary
see
is completed. Can you go down because they will be asking questions mainly from the
project set.
projects.
So here, and this is a new resume. I did some changes. I wanted to remove that project discrimination, but if I can go through old resume, so this is where I explained,
Yeah. So this is your experience, right? So developing a retail system enhancement, supporting the retail system, point of sales using the agile and grease. Okay. First of all, what is a retail system? Okay. So you can take a note. I can explain. That's not an issue. Okay. So why we do a retailing system? So why?
Can we, I mean, I can write it down, but is there any way you can write it in a Word format or something, or is it possible free time? I don't want to disturb this class because of this only.
Okay. I'll write and I'll send it.
Yeah, because you might
Send me
get
this document. Send me this document. Then only I can ask you.
yeah, that's the reason I asked him to send initially. So this where I put some so I want to explain you briefly, high level. This is basically I did some mapping kind of thing in the testing side, where you go to the store, right? For example, you went to the Flipkart store or Big Bazaar store, and you went in the store, but you're not sure which item. You saw one item in online, and you want to went to the store, a Big Bazaar store, and you are not sure where the item was, which floor it is. You are not sure. You immediately went to the store. You open the app, Big Bazaar app, and you see that somewhat, for example, a t-shirt or something, and it showed you which in the second floor with the mapping, with the map layout over on the second floor layout. So basically it will tell you, hey, this whatever the dress you showed, it's in second floor in certain aisle. That's only the project overall. um, um, I hope you are satisfied. If not, that's let me know.
Let me put it. Let me put my thought, and I'll get back.
Okay, okay. I mean, I appreciate that. This thing, I think you are aware of. But here, this forget about this project. It's the same thing. You can put it. Don't add this
No,
in.
see, rules and responsibility will always be same. That's not.
Yeah.
That's not that.
So healthcare also you can add some sentence. Maybe you can remove some health. Maybe if you go to GE healthcare site, somewhere you can add your inputs. Forget about this thing. I randomly
I'll
added.
I'll update it. I'll put a simple project. Don't put complex project.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, last time I lost interview because of this only. They
Yeah,
asked.
because you have put the machine learning, right? They will grill you. As a BA, you
Yeah.
should not put machine learning.
Mm.
If you put machine learning, then they are expecting you should know machine learning pretty well. So the
Yes.
question should be coming from that particular person.
Yes, yes. I hope. And if you feel like I need to add one more project so that I can present myself good, I really appreciate. Please, you just add a sentence. I will take care of
Yeah,
manipulating.
I can add the project. But the question is,
No, all I need is once you thought, okay, this project is good for this thing, and okay, maybe you can 5 lines of project. Okay, my response is in this company is like this one, so on, so on, and you can write it on word in this word and just share to me. Tomorrow we can go through. Say, hey, Sai, this is how you should explain.
yeah. So see, tomorrow's class I'll be taking 2 hours, so it will be completely. We will discuss your resume, all the
Okay,
projects.
perfect.
We will.
Okay.
You get ready with a pen and paper. I'll also be ready with your details. We will complete it.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
I would encourage sitting yourself. I mean, I don't know your time schedule, but I would prefer you sitting yourself and doing that because I don't want to disturb. I keep on
no, that see, I will do my BA, but I need to explain you, right? If I'm
Mhm.
not to explain you, simply give you a piece of paper, okay? Again,
Okay,
you will get same kind of scenario in your interview.
sure, sure, sure. Okay, and if you think that if you can see my resume, the latest one that I did, here I put a one e-commerce metrics, which is I showed as okay, this is a retail company, and if you see this is a finance company, US bank, and this is a G healthcare. I removed
Digital.
healthcare. Yeah, I put it digital because on purpose. But my vendor, my employer said, don't remove healthcare. Healthcare is, we will get a lot of projects from healthcare side only. Don't remove. So I'm thinking to put back healthcare, remove this digital thing, put back healthcare back into healthcare. And this
Yeah,
eBay.
the
Uh,
healthcare is in boom. You can expect a lot of calls. You
so that's what I'm thinking. Maybe I can add one more healthcare project, or in the middle I can add it.
can
And
add Cigna or Aetna. You can add.
yeah, but it's all depends upon you actually. I mean, you have
Yeah,
prior.
I see. I will give you project. I'll give you the explanation.
Mm, mm, mm.
So the couple of things I want to teach you that you can help. See, I have given you overall overview yesterday, how it happened. Now,
Yes.
if somebody asks some questions, at least you can get an overview saying that okay, how the things are coming to you.
Mm, mm.
Okay.
Here also I can health first also I can remove BA QA here. I can just need to remove this type
Yeah, you can put.
healthcare, and you can add your sentence in the middle, or you can write it down. Maybe you can tomorrow we can discuss, of course, and make it some changes. Yeah, today I don't want to disturb your class. I mean, whatever the things you prior to explain, let's go with that. And maybe once you get to, once we tomorrow we can sit it down 2 hours and do some changes which we need. I'm hoping that some interview calls. That's the only reason I'm doing, because I'm not getting interviews. Maybe what is the reason? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. One request, Charan, please do not disclose mail ID and phone numbers. We're not no allowing.
See, I'm not discussing. There is a problem actually.
No,
So
mail ID
whenever.
and phone numbers not allowed to share.
See, I have one request actually. So just now I'm trying to send him a document. It's very hard him to share, and he also not getting document also on time. To yesterday, I thought those things why can't you share a Google Cloud kind of thing? I upload the things, he can download from his side. No, there will be no Gmail exchange there. What do you suggest? So he also will be comfortable, right? From that perspective.
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share the document. Okay.
Google Cloud link. Maybe you can create a fake email and add a Google Cloud, send can add his mail access, my mail access. He can share, I can share. So that way we don't want to add you in the first place. So he can access anytime. So that will be help us, both of us.
Yeah, we are here, brother. We are having staff also, but we are not allowing to share contact information. Remaining things you can do whatever you want. Technical things we are okay.
Can you
Okay.
make me the host?
Yeah, I will stop in the screen sharing, Preetham.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, okay. I'm making the host. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Preetham. I'm very confused.
Sure. Let me share my screen. Okay. So today I'll cover you one concept actually. Now, a couple of people are asking, okay, so how you are taking the project? What kind of analysis you do before taking the particular project? That's a
Sorry,
common.
sorry to interrupt you, Prem. Can you record if you don't mind? I just want to be recorded because I
I
want to
have
see.
recorded.
It is already recording.
Yeah, it's already.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Okay. So now two types of things are there. So we do generally, if someone asks you a question saying that, okay, hey, did you do any analysis? I know we are doing an impact analysis, but impact analysis, we do it at a project level. Now think that you are working for an organization and you are working for a new product. Now, before going to the particular product, the first analysis we need to do it that whether that is feasible or not feasible, means whether we can do that or whether we cannot do that. Now, when we go to a client, let's take an example. I am working for a consulting industry. So I need to go to the client and I need to propose a solution. My requirement has not started at all. Think that I just got a one-liner saying that I need to make a product or I have a problem statement simple. Okay. Just take your retail bag project saying that, okay, hey, I want a navigation system that where the things are there in my store so that I can find it out as soon as possible. That's fine. So the first thing what you need to do before developing the particular product, you need to do an analysis saying that what it is right now and what will be in the future. So the process is called gap analysis. We always call the process as gap analysis. Now the gap analysis, we use different kinds of methods. What methods we are using? So in the gap analysis, we use a lot of things. The gap analysis tells that whenever we are working for a particular product or a project, it has two states. One is called current state.
Future state.
Another one is called future state.
Yeah.
Now, as a BA, it's our work is to find out what is the current state, what is required for a future state. So based on that, we can propose a solution or we can propose a suggestion to the client. Because this is a step, this is a baby step in your particular project. Okay. So how we can do this? The first process in the gap analysis is prepare a flow chart of the current process. You know flow chart making, right? Or do I need to teach?
I mean, flow chart in the sense, what is the current state where we are, basically diagram, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a simple diagram. I'll just open it. Give me a second.
Gotcha.
So let's take an example. I am using this particular. Okay. So this is a use case diagram. I'll go to that later. So let me open that. So simple flowchart. It means the process flowchart. What does mean a process flowchart? It means that how my current process works. Now I'm just giving you an example. I have a food delivery application. So the food delivery application. Let's take an example. I have a current state. That okay, hey, how my current state is working. I do have customer. I do have a restaurant. I do have a delivery. Then go through the registration process. If the registration is successful, they go to the login. If the login is successful, they are going to their respective flows. The customer will go to their customer homepage. They can add their address. They can get the list of restaurants. They can search the restaurant foods, or they can go to the menu items. They will get the menu items. They will add or update them into the cart. They can do the checkout. Okay, they can do the payment. If the payment is successful, then the order will be confirmed. They can track the order. Then they will get the feedback. Now, similarly, if I am going for a restaurant perspective, this is a restaurant. So, what restaurant does? They update their timings. What time restaurant is opening, closing. They update their menus, prices. They're waiting to receive the order. Now, when they update the timings, based on that, when the customer searches the restaurant, they will get the details. Saying that, okay, hey, this restaurant is open this time. When they update their menus, the menu details are also getting updated from a customer standpoint. I have added that as a dependency. Now, when the customer places the order, they are receiving the order as well. They start preparing the order, so customer gets a notification. The order is ready to pick up. So they receive every notification over here where the customer is tracking this particular order. I'm just showing you that this is the step. This is how we build a simple flowchart. So simple. So the order is ready to pick up. We do have the delivery boy person. The delivery boy person goes, they're giving their address, location, sharing. They get the list of orders. Maybe 10 orders will be there. They have to accept one or two which is relevant to him. They pick up the order. The order is on the way, and the food will be delivered to the customer. They're seeking for the feedback. Now, this is the problem statement which we come up. Now, let's take an example. Initially, we have only the customer and the restaurant, and we want to develop the this one. So delivery boy perspective that is required. So if the first flowchart would be my current state saying that okay, hey, customer and restaurants are already been built up. I want to build the dependency from the delivery boy perspective. So my flowchart will be divided into two parts. One will be my current state. This will be my future state. So I need to propose this similar manner to my customer saying that hey, this is how I am planning. This is how I am planning to do that. So first, as a VA, we need to analyze. The system analysis is the most important thing. If we have something which is running, that is my current state. If something is not there, that is my future state. And what is the effort or what is the scope or what is the flow required for that? That is required for my future state. Now, what else we additionally do? So this is a process where we can showcase them using a flowchart. Okay. Any questions, concerns? Let me.
For instance, so you said the right part is the current and future part is that you're showing with the diagram. You only show with the diagram or any documentation also you fill it out? Only the
so the first thing is how you want to present it. This is one of the process. We propose them using a diagram. Okay. This is one of the process. We have a lot of process. I'll go through other process. I'm asking that you have any question from a diagram. Flowchart. One of them. Okay. So the next process. Yeah. So the next process we have, we prepare a document. Okay. Again, it depends on the company, which kind of process. Again, depends on you, what kind of scenarios you want to define it, and what kind of details you want. Where is my gap analysis? Give me a second. So the second method is we prepare a gap analysis template. So the template we use it most of the organizations saying that okay, what is my current state? Again, what is my future state? Now, why I go for a flowchart method? Because the stakeholders, they are not technical people. And stakeholders does not read your requirements. They have hundreds of jobs. Okay. If you put them in a flowchart, it is easier for them to understand. So that's why I always go with the flowchart approach. And whenever I am going to the interviews, they are asking me, they're giving me a situation, saying that, hey, can you propose me a scenario where this is the problem statement, this is how you are going to act? So I always take the flowchart, saying that, okay, I'll create a flowchart. This is what I will be designing it from the standpoint perspective. So we always go with it. The second approach we have, this is a simple template. So it depends on the company. So if you are working for a product company, then you will be doing an innovation because you are making a product. So in that case, your current state would be zero. You do not have anything because you are making a product. So your current state would be zero in that case. Your future state would be whatever you want to build it. Now, for this also you need a flowchart because you need to showcase that the same scenario. Now let's take an example. You are working for a company which is there in the consulting industry. Now, what do we do in the consulting industry? So we do have lot of scenarios to capture. I'll just go with a simple scenario. So let's take an example. You have a module which is already been developed. Okay. Who is the responsible person? You are the responsible person. Okay. So what is my current state? So in my current state, I have the user interface ready, saying that okay, hey, I have 2 to 3 modules of user interface ready. So I can add that UI, DEFG, or whatever your companies are telling, whether it's a member page, blah blah page, whichever page is there. You just need to write them down. What is there in my current state? Because that is your analysis. Now you discuss with your architect team or you discuss with your solutioning team saying that okay, hey, then in that case, what I need to do, I need to go for a new product or I need to go for an enhancement for that. So for that, I need some of the UIs for that, some of the APIs for that. So I need to mention that over here, saying that hey, I need 4 UIs, 4 pages of UIs or 3 pages of details. I will be required. Now, once I have mentioned that, I will be coming to the gap. Okay. So let's take an example. 4 UIs are already been there. I am going to develop 4 more UIs. What does it mean? 50% of work already been done. I will be doing additional 50% more work because 4, 4, 8. So my gap is 50% right now. I will ask my team or I will ask my project manager how much time it took to develop this particular 4. They told it will be 8 weeks. So if we are going to develop for those 4, then I'll put a timeline of 8 weeks. Now, subject to change, if I'm going to make 5, then the percentage will be changed to 50 to 60% or 40%. The weeks will be going for 10 weeks over there. Then I'll be going back to my project manager saying that, hey, can you help me how many developers and testers would be required for that? Okay, because the timeline is of 10 weeks. This is my work. This part I'll be getting it from my project manager. Saying that the project manager will suggest me saying that okay, we need 10 developers and 4 testers for that. Now this is a simpler step where we define and document it and we present it. Saying that, but in order to present this also, we need a flowchart. Saying that okay, at least a future state flowchart. Current state flowchart is not required. A future state flowchart would be required with that, and we can showcase it. Simple. It's a simple process of documentation. Questions, concerns, let me.
So this GAD, the above one is different project, right? That's the one different project, right?
Sorry, I'm not getting.
So the KPI future that and the
No, that is not required for you. KPIs you are not capturing.
No, I'm that the Excel sheet is that's presenting as a different project. Just one.
Yeah, that's a different project.
Okay. So here desired current state in the sense we are expecting that state to be done.
Yes, you are expecting that future state.
Yeah. Current state. Okay. So whatever for a certain enhancement we have to do, we will write it down how much time and
how much time we have and how much resources we require. That's one of the called detailed gap analysis.
Okay. For instance, let's assume that there is a 5 developers in the team, right? 5 developers and only 2 testers. We need other resources, and we have to go only 8 weeks of time. We know that we need a developer need. I mean, we need some folks on the play.
That's project manager's headache. That's project manager's headache. That's not your headache. You do have your timelines defined. You are not a resource manager.
Let's assume. I mean, I'm not saying it's his for sure. He's supposed to handle, but I'm saying that we expected some slot of time, right? That 8 weeks, and we thought we acquired after 1 month, or we got to know that okay, we're not going to get few folks for now. Maybe we can get in next month or after the month. right? 8 months, 8 weeks is basically 2 months. 1 month is gone. We have 1 month left. We got all the required peoples. We eventually it will pass that time, right? What are the 8 weeks? It will go to 10 weeks. So
That
what
that
should
is
be
called planning. That is called the planning, right? The resource planning. Why you call that is a resource planning? Okay. Why you have kept a manager if he is not able to give you a resource? Either
okay?
go for a contract, either go for other scenarios, get the resource, get loan resource as well. You might have other teams, so it's their headache to get the resource, but you need to stick to your timeline initially. If you
Okay.
are not getting, if you are not getting, then that is a risk for you. I told you yesterday, what is a risk? Which is blocking. Timeline is a risk which is blocking you. So you need to raise that risk to your stakeholders as well. In front of the stakeholders, raise that as a risk, saying that I am not getting enough resources or we have a resource crunch. The timelines might be getting impacted.
How do you know that it might be? So how you, so when you going there, okay, you feel like it's we thought it's gone. When you think that it's we have to give a let the know stakeholders know this is a risk. We
Yeah.
might
See, if you see, the first thing is when you are expecting the resources. If you are expecting the resources by certain date, if they are not joining, that's a risk, right? We don't have much time,
okay. So
and your planning is dependent on them.
okay. So basically, you
But
will let him know accordingly, right? That's what I'm understanding. I mean, if you
yes,
get some sort of resources, then you are okay.
so let's take an example. Your sprint is starting after 2 weeks. You are expecting a resource before the sprint to join, a resource or multiple resources, and you're planning based on that. Now the guy didn't join. So first, your point of contact is your project manager. I didn't join it. It is going to impact my timelines. Now his responsibility is to get the resources. If he's not getting the resources on time, you need to raise that as a risk to your stakeholders.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I want to understand, you will respond accordingly, or you will flag when you're close to the deadline. That's what I want to understand.
No. We just see, always put the risks ahead of time. Okay. Otherwise, they will blame you why you didn't tell us earlier. You should not take the blame game.
Okay. So you basically plan accordingly whenever you think that this might be impact the deadline. So you just go there and
Always. I always plan in the future. You are a BA, you are the driver. Okay. You should have knowledge of each and everything what is happening in the project. Accordingly, you will be working on that.
okay. Yeah, I've
Okay.
noted. Gotcha.
Okay. So the next scenario would be we do a feasibility analysis. I think we need to rejoin. We have 3 minutes.
Yeah, we'll rejoin them. If you
Yeah, please rejoin.